They think cutting my water is going to teach me a lesson. They're going to regret that decision. My grandfather had a handshake deal with the HOA decades ago. Apparently, the HOA's entire sprinkler system tapped into a feeder line that crosses my property. But now that I own the property, that deal is off the table. When I say they weren't happy about it, I mean they were furious. That's why I was so surprised when I got a text from the HOA president. She said she wanted to meet at my property to discuss the situation. I figured it was a good sign. Maybe we could work something out. But I should have known better than to trust these people. The second they stepped onto my property, they started taking pictures. They circled my yard like vultures. And when they finally spoke, their words were pure venom. The HOA president said, "You won't believe how much trouble you've caused. Residents are complaining. The property values are dropping. You've got to fix this." She tried giving me an order, but I stopped her right there. I'm not fixing anything. This was my grandfather's agreement with your organization. If you want to talk about it, that's fine. But if you want to issue demands, we're done. She threw her hands up in the air and stomped off. Let me tell you, I felt bad for a split second. Then pure adrenaline kicked in. That night, I went to the control valve box and turned off the water. Every single sprinkler in that neighborhood depended on that line. No water meant no sprinklers. But it wasn't just about sending a message. It had crossed the line, big time. I wasn't about to let them walk all over me. That night, I poured concrete, sealed it with a layer of gravel, covered it with sod, put up a fence, and planted a row of trees. And every day I watched their flower beds shrivel up. Their grass turned brown. Even their fancy golf course couldn't keep its greens. It took them 4 days to come crawling back. The whole neighborhood showed up. They pleaded with me to turn the water back on. They promised to fix it. They offered to pay me. But I didn't budge. I had the upper hand now. I knew how much power I held. When the HOA president approached me, she looked defeated. She said, "How much do you want?" I named a price. She didn't even hesitate. I knew she'd already checked with the board. They agreed. It was a fair deal. Now my trees are growing, my grass is green, and their properties are back to normal. As for me, I'm always happy to help my neighbors, but never again will they step foot on my property. And I hope that teaches them a valuable lesson about respect.